It's the kind of thing that you never forget. Peek behind the curtain with Truettes.
Oh, g'day, tuck shoppers. This is Sam Lowe's.
And I'm Rosie Burgess.
And welcome again to Truettes, the podcast.
Season 2. Season 2.
Oh, that sounded again a little bit The Shining.
Let's do it again. Season 2. Yeah.
Coming right at you.
I haven't seen The Shining. Is it like a scary movie?
Yeah, I also will admit I haven't seen it. But I've seen parts of it and things like, watching The Simpsons and things like that. That always.
The Simpsons?
Yeah.
The Simpsons?
No, just The Simpsons. The Simpsons. The Simpletons. They reference it.
But we both do know that it is a very scary movie.
Yeah.
That's about all we know about it.
We don't need to watch it to know. Scary.
Scary. I got a bit scared in a TV show that we were watching the other day.
Which one?
It was we were watching an episode of Veronica Mars.
Oh, yeah.
And the last episode in season 1 was scary. I was finding myself like clutching the hair on the back of the dog as we were watching that last episode.
Yeah, you don't like a jump scare, do you?
Do not like a jump scare.
And I didn't know what a jump scare was until I met you.
What do you mean?
Well, you and George always talk about jump scares, and when we're watching films with our son George, you're always like, there's a jump scare coming up, or he'll tell you that there's a jump scare coming up. And I for ages, a couple of years, I didn't know what that meant. And now I know. It's, when it jumps out at you and scares you at the same time.
It's the worst. I made the mistake of taking George through a haunted house once at like a fair.
You hate that stuff.
Well, I just thought this can't be that bad because we're at a fun fair. And it can't.
A loose term, fun fair.
Yeah, fun fair. Like it was, like a thing with carousels and show bags. And
They should call it fun, expensive and crappy fair.
the fun and unfair.
Yeah.
Because you can't go unless you've got lots of cash.
Right.
So we'd saved up all our money and we went to the fun fair and George was like, let's go in the haunted house. And
what was your initial reaction, honestly?
my initial reaction was, that looks lame. Because, there was a guy out the front with like a headset microphone on trying to drum up business, and the headset microphone was really badly distorting as every time he spoke because it was obviously way too loud, too close to his face, and it was like, it was like you can't understand a word that he's saying. I'm like, this haunted house will just be super lame.
Yeah, and those headsets don't look good on anyone except for Madonna.
Right, exactly.
Yep. And she doesn't go.
So I thought that we'd be totally fine. So we line up for the fun fair, for the haunted house, and there was these two kids behind us. Maybe they were like 16 or something. Anyway, we get funneled into this haunted house. Sorry, lost my words. Get funneled into this haunted house, and all of a sudden, it's actually genuinely fucking terrifying. And there's a guy like with blood streaming down his face and a chainsaw running at us, just going, ah! And I'm like,
how old's George at the time?
Oh, like 9 or something.
And you, how old are you?
99. And he's holding my hand, screaming, and I'm screaming. And the two kids behind us get such a terrible fright that they jump onto me as well, and like are clutching onto the back of my backpack. So I got this terrible, like, sudden terrifying,
a double jump scare.
Yeah, like I'm jumped on from behind. There's a man with a chainsaw running at me, and so I just turned to all three of them and I've said, "Just run!"
Oh my God!
And so we all put our heads down and we just ran from the entrance to the end, while like scary clowns tried to kill us, and like, and these two people that I didn't know were just clutching onto me the whole way through. And we all got out the other side and they kind of stumbled off, and me and George were like white and shaky and just, I'll never do it again.
Do you think he would?
No, he was terrified. Like both of us were absolutely damaged
good
by
parenting. You got a jump scared square.
So anyway, we
Jump
digressed
squared.
before we've even got started. How are you?
I'm good. And you, we know how each other is because we've been locked down in this COVID situation for 3 weeks now. So I know exactly how you are.
Yes.
And I love you, but I would like to see someone else.
I want to see other people.
I want to see other person. I really want to see other person. Like, it's nice. And we've had a couple of, a couple of friends who have said, oh, we're doing our one, we're allowed to do one exercise a day. So we're going to walk past your house. And we've had people come out and we've stood out on our front porch. That was really lovely.
Yeah, we've had some porch visitors. That's nice.
Has
Has that been your favourite thing from the week? Actually, how about, wait.
Oh, we're catching up with me this week.
Tell me about your week. What has been your best thing this week? Like best thing you ate, best thing you read, best visitor that you had.
I got to say, I didn't do my homework on this one. So I'm thinking
best hole that you might have dug.
Oh, yeah, dug a hole.
Did you now?
Well, I digged a little bit of the hole.
I dug
for the trampoline.
I dug the rest of it.
I think we've already mentioned this, that we did we dug a trampoline
On the podcast?
Yeah, haven't we told people about this?
No, I don't think so. I think this is it. I think this is the first time that we've mentioned that we dug a hole.
Right. Okay. Well, everything's melding into one. So I feel like I've told some people because it's been big.
It has been big. We have talked about it a bit in our lives in general, but basically we got a bit panicked
I don't like the we in this.
Sam got a bit panicked about how
I
things
don't
were
like
going to be
you
looking.
lying. Let's tell the truth.
I was worried that we wouldn't be able to leave the house, I think. And so I thought that if we couldn't leave the house, how were we going to have exercise? So I thought, let's get a trampoline. That seemed like a really good idea.
Yeah, and you woke up and said, we're getting a trampoline. I think we should get a trampoline. I've already researched trampolines. And you just kept saying trampoline, trampoline, trampoline. And I wasn't keen on it at all. And then all of a sudden it went from a normal trampoline that's above the ground that you just get, and, they're a certain price. They're not overly expensive, but they are a bit of an eyesore. And I am so OCD and I love the way our backyard looks. And I'm like, oh, I don't want one of these. And then it quickly turned from you saying, let's get a tramp, to let's get the most top of the line in-ground trampoline.
That was because I thought that you might get more into the project if you realised that at the end of it you wouldn't have to see the trampoline.
I did like that idea.
Yeah.
But then I said, okay, well, how much is that going to set us back? And how much does it cost for them to put it in? And you went, oh, no. We're going to dig it and we're going to put it in. It can't be that hard.
Yeah. Well, so something I wish I hadn't done this week was purchase a trampoline that you have to install yourself, an in-ground trampoline.
Yes, because halfway through the project, Rosie says, oh, I think I may have oversubscribed.
Oh my God. I did get quite stressed about it, thinking after the first day of digging, and I realised I've just dug for like a whole day and I've just barely touched the sides.
Yeah, because you said, I don't know, maybe I was negative. I'm going to admit I was negative about the whole project.
You're a bit of a negative Nancy. I'm sorry to anyone out there called Nancy.
But it's
okay because we know our listener is called Tiff.
Yeah, so don't worry. Unless Tiff, you have changed your name in the last week to Nancy.
Or shared this with a friend called Nancy.
Please don't do that. Just because otherwise we would have offended our second listener, Nancy. I got negative. I got fully negative on it.
It was an overwhelming project. So I think it was fair enough that you got a bit negative because it did, when it was a large box set. The hole was a lot bigger than we were either expecting.
And you weren't expecting, I said, what are we going to do with all this dirt? And you were like, well, there won't be that much. We're talking 2.5 meters by 3 meters wide, and it had to go nearly a meter deep.
This was, I think, the first time that my confidence has been shaken in a project for a long time. It was one of those things where I went, this is going to be great. And then I suddenly realised as we started to get into it that maybe it wasn't going to be great. And I haven't had that experience for a while. So, but
We were in the middle of it,
We've
so we had to
done
keep
it.
going.
and now we've got an almost in-ground trampoline.
And the worst thing was that I came home and you'd finished it and you went, look, and George was jumping on it and it was all tra-la-la. And I wasn't overly happy because it wasn't all the way in.
It's not flush with the ground, that's true. So it's sort of like an almost in-ground
And you were trying to
trampoline.
convince me that it was like, oh no, that's normal. That it's supposed to be a little bit up, so you can whippersnipper around and stuff like that. And I looked at all the
if I
brochures.
said like whippersnipper, that would make like you'd get off my back.
No. And I looked at all the brochures and I looked online and went, no, it's supposed to be flush with the ground, and it looks like a dog's breakfast, but you can bounce on it.
I was too tired to take it out and try and dig it flatter. But once we're out of isolation and we can bring the neighbours over to help us, we can flatten it down.
So in answer to your question, I can't remember what the best thing I ate or read is, but because it's all been taken up with the trampoline. I didn't even get to read the instructions because you were just like, I'm doing this.
Well, the funny thing about the instructions was I didn't read the instructions either.
Oh, shock horror.
And then friends came over, thank you, Danny and Tina, for rescuing me at the 11th hour to help, because they kind of, I think, realised that I was never going to get it finished. It was just too much.
And there would have been a divorce because of the trampoline.
And what do you do if you get divorced in the middle of COVID-19? I mean, where would you have gone?
I've actually, you know what, I wondered that about how we're all stuck in the houses, but what if you have a breakup?
Oh, terrible.
Well,
That is actually very serious. That would be absolutely the worst thing ever.
what if you had a breakup and you were 76 years old?
What?
That's even worse because you're like the highest.
Oh, yeah.
What's it called?
Risk category.
The risk category. So you're 76. You can't leave. You're broken up.
Yeah. No, I'm sure there'll be many people
I'm going to move my microphone.
who are experiencing relationship difficulty.
Yeah. Hey, get in touch with us. Let us know how you're going with your breakup.
Or you're not breakup.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Danny and Tina came along and they saved me at the 11th hour by reading the instructions and then telling me what to do and doing it with me for putting the trampoline together. So I couldn't be more grateful because I don't know, it didn't even occur to me to read the instructions. I just took everything out of the box and I thought, here we go. We'll just fit this together.
So like everything else you do in your life.
Bang it together.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So Tina and Danny were like the Barbara Hershey to your Bette Midler. They were the wind beneath your wings.
Is it Barbara is she
Yeah.
the wind?
Yeah, because
You are the wind beneath my wing. Yeah,
Bette
right. I
Midler
see.
sings it to Barb. Oh, time's up.
No more chatting about the week. I'm sorry.
All right, that was that week. That week.
Yeah, right. So you're saying that Barbara Hershey, the brown-haired girl,
Mm-hmm.
is the wind beneath. What's her
The
name?
lesser-known song, Brown-Haired Girl.
Brown-haired girl's the wind beneath the redhead ladies.
Yeah. Because she was
Wings.
really famous. Bette Midler was really famous, and Barbara Hershey was the one that was all sort of a bit sort of under.
I thought she sang that
And then she got
to the
cancer.
boyfriend. To John.
No.
We'll have to watch it again. It is one of our
Oh,
favourite
if only we
movies.
had time.
Totally. Hey, speaking of time, we have got
Time out.
what?
You ask why, we'll tell you why. Even if we don't have the answer right. Right. Oh.
We have time. Oh, interrupted us. I'm sorry, I interrupted ourselves. We've got time for some questions.
Oh yeah, this is where we answer your questions that you've asked us to answer.
Yes. But I actually I did cheat a little bit this week.
Oh.
And things were a bit hectic and we didn't get a chance to like go on the socials and see if people had questions that they wanted answered. So I thought, well, I'd still really like for you to be able to answer some questions.
Okay.
And perhaps, you might like for me to answer some questions too. I don't know. We'll see how you go. But
Great.
So I got some questions for you.
For me specifically?
Well, for both of us, but I thought we'd start
I
with
just
you.
need to let people know that I said specifically on purpose. I didn't say instead of specifically. I said specifically just because I find that funny.
Yeah, that's your favourite.
All right.
Yeah. So I thought we could do a few of these questions because they're interesting questions. And so the first question I have for you is, what has to be broken before you can use it?
Ooh, the first thing I thought of was a heart, but that's not right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll have to break your heart.
Yeah. Okay. I know what it is.
Go on.
A plate or a cup if you're doing mosaic.
Oh my God. That is a brilliant answer.
Thank you.
That is a brilliant answer. It's not the answer they have here.
Oh.
But it is a brilliant answer. Do you want to have one more guess or shall I tell you the answer?
Broken before it can be used.
Yeah, it has to be broken before you can use it.
Oh, yeah. You know those things at when you go to fairs and stuff like that, they break those glow sticks.
Oh, you are on fire.
But
Again,
that's not the answer.
Not the answer. If you just take my phone there and you scroll very gently down one little bit, the answer will reveal itself.
An egg.
An egg.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
You can ask me the next one if you want.
Okay. Oh, these are okay. I am tall when I'm young, and when I'm short, and I'm short. Okay, I should have bought my glasses.
Oh, sorry.
I'm tall when I'm young, and I'm short when I'm old. What am I? Have you read these?
I'm tall when I'm old.
I'm tall when I'm young,
Oh, I'm tall when I'm young.
and I'm short when I'm old. What am I? Oh, that's everybody.
tall when I'm
That's just everybody.
young.
Yeah.
And I'm short when I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at these sorts of things. I am tall when I'm young.
That's right. And
So-
I'm short when I'm old.
So something that's getting,
Shorter. It's like humans, pretty much.
yeah.
Do you want me to give you a hint?
Yes. I can't even think of anything that could be.
It rhymes with a brandle.
Oh, a candle. See, I don't know. I wouldn't have thought of things like a candle as
Tall and young or young and old.
old and young.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Move on.
Fuck that question.
I did not.
What?
Oh, I thought you said you fucked that. Okay, yeah.
No,
fuck
no.
that
I'm
question.
saying fuck that question.
Yeah.
That was a ridiculous question. Okay. Oh,
Thank you.
the buttons are a bit far away today. I'm sorry.
I don't think you should ever be in charge of the buttons.
I'm not doing a good job on the buttons.
I wouldn't put that on your resume.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
They
a
are.
good button pusher.
They're just a little bit far away from me
All
today.
right, next question.
All right. Do you want another question?
Hit me.
Okay. I don't know if you could get this.
Hit me with your best question.
What is full of holes but still holds water?
An aero bar you could pour water into, tiny bits of water.
Yeah. What about I can't see the answer, but what about cells in your body? I feel like cells
Oh, you're getting all scientific.
are full of holes, but they still hold a lot of water.
What is full of holes and yet... Oh, well, a barrel's got one big hole on the top of it.
Yeah, that's true.
But
what
not
about
full
a
of holes.
sponge? A sponge is
Oh,
full
yeah,
of holes,
yeah,
but
that'd
still
be the
holds
answer.
water.
That's the answer.
Hey!
You
My
are
God.
the winner.
Do you want to do one
And
more?
you also made me dinner. It didn't make me thinner.
What question can you never answer yes to? I know. Will you marry me?
We need to explain that because we decided that we're not going to get married.
No.
But we always tell each other like, "Oh, will you not marry me today?" Because
That's
we're
right.
going to be together forever, but
Will
we're
you
not going
never
to
marry me?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the question
What
again?
question can you never answer yes to?
Oh, I don't know. I've never liked riddles.
Oh, I'm
Didn't
sorry.
know you were going to spring me
Well,
riddles.
I didn't get a chance to ask other people for random questions.
Okay. Well,
Do you want me to ask you another question?
no. Well, what's the answer to that one?
Oh, are you asleep yet?
Oh, yeah. You could never go, yep.
Who thinks of these kinds of things? Like, how could you ever have the kind of brain that could think of these kind of things?
And I never want to meet these people.
Well, if you had to...
I wouldn't want to meet and hang out with riddle maker Ronald, without a doubt. I think that they'd be too inside their head.
So cryptic. They'd be so cryptic.
Yeah,
You'd be like, would you like salt with that? And they'd be like, what is tall when it's young?
Before I want salt, I need sugar. What am I? Yeah. All right. Hit me. Do another one.
Okay.
Having trouble with my mic. Hold on. Here we go.
All right. That's too hard. What can you break even if you never pick it up or touch it?
Oh, someone's heart.
Yeah, I reckon. Oh, that's not the answer, but I reckon your answer was right. Anyway, do you want to try for another answer?
What can you break if you never pick up or touch?
Yeah, but I think the heart thing was spot on. I'm clapping you on that.
Okay, that time's up. Raw. What is it?
The answer was a promise.
Oh, okay. Move on from these stupid riddles.
So maybe next week we won't do riddles.
No, hit us up with your questions because they're much better. We did have some. I think we just didn't get time to look at them. No,
I didn't get time to get the questions up onto social media. Oh, yeah. So, but next time I will. But do you know what it's time for now?
What?
It's not time to take a whiz. It's time for the relationship quiz.
The relationship quiz.
Everybody's favourite part.
I thought we'd just do
Tiff's favourite part of the podcast.
Yeah, hi Tiff. So I thought this relationship quiz, I'm going to just throw it on its little, turn it on its head or whatever the saying is.
Like what I just did with the questions section.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been a very unorthodox episode 4.
Well, that's okay. I mean, we can do whatever we like. We can do whatever we goddamn like. It's our podcast.
'Cause you are a candle in the wind.
You know what they never say?
Is that not the song?
No. You know what they never say? You are a candle in the wind.
Something. A candle in the wind.
Never knowing what awaits are when the rain gets in.
Never knowing what?
I don't know. And did you know I don't know all the words to this? Your candle burned out long ago before I took a whiz.
Oh, my God. Brilliant.
All right, so I'm going to do the relationship quiz. I'm asking you questions.
Yeah.
Because we're in COVID, we're locked down. I'm asking you this should be called, how well does Rosie remember stuff in the house?
Oh, no.
Okay, here we go. Question number 1. There's a sticker on our bedroom window in the right-hand side of the window.
Oh.
What is that sticker?
Really?
One random sticker. What is it?
Is it that sticker that tells you that it's like safety glass?
Nope.
In
In our bedroom,
yes,
when we have the window open, you see it every day.
Yeah. A sticker.
Yes.
Is it a band sticker? Is it like this way north?
George put the sticker there years ago.
Spider-Man sticker.
No, it's in our bedroom.
Okay, that's not helping.
It's a sticker. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
It's a little tiny ice cream sticker.
Oh. In the bedroom window?
Yep. Question number 2.
What flavour ice cream is it?
I don't know. It's just a random little...
Got you there.
Chocolate, motherfucker. Chocolate. Okay. Question number 2.
Okay.
There's a basket containing mustards and jams in the fridge. What shelf is it on?
Mustards and jams. Who makes a basket with mustards and jams?
Well, it's
a
condiment little basket that you pull out.
Well, we've got 3 baskets in our fridge.
Yes. And
they've got. Are you telling me that they're organised?
Yes.
In a particular way?
Yes. Which is why it totally pisses me off when you don't put it in the right basket.
Are you saying that we've got a basket
for mustards and jams?
Mustards and jams.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I wouldn't know which basket it was. I didn't realize.
It's on the top. And that's a roundabout way of saying you've fucked it up a lot and put it back where
I
it's
didn't know
supposed
there
to be.
was an order to those baskets. I just thought they were put whatever the fuck you want.
It's not. That's not right. So
Right,
So
okay.
far, 0 from 2.
No, didn't I get another question right in there?
No, you didn't. I had a budgie when I was growing up. What was it called?
Sam.
Oh, I'm going to go to question 4.
What was no Chris? Mark.
Are you kidding?
You had a budgie.
We actually had 2.
Peter and
No.
Paul.
My brother's name's Peter.
Yeah, and your dad. So I thought that was a safe choice.
Oh, and so we'd call the budgie Peter as well.
Princess Margaret. A boy or a girl?
A boy.
Max.
That was the dog's name, and she was a girl.
Ah. I don't know.
Oh my God.
What's the answer?
Casper.
Casper the budgie. What a good name for a budgie.
Okay, question number 4. There
Yeah.
are things on top of the piano. What are they? You should know this because
Piano music.
you do teaching and
Books,
stuff
piano
like that.
books.
And there's something else up there, and it's been up there for ages.
A glass of water.
No, because this is your area.
Uh,
It's dust, and I'm telling you, you need to clean it. Question number 5. I keep an essential thing.
this is a very interesting relationship.
This
Liz.
is my way to tell you to just get on it, Burgess. All right. I
Okay.
keep an essential thing in the console of Dolly.
Yeah,
my van.
that's your
This is
van.
my van.
Yeah.
What is it?
Tweezers. Back scratcher.
Yes.
Yeah, boom.
All right.
Just let that one ring right out.
You are the champions.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. There's an item hanging on
An
item. Oh, you should tell that story.
My niece, our niece, she was mine first. My niece,
Yeah.
was reading aloud to us
In the
and
car.
In the car, and my brother was in the car, and she was pretty good reader, but she was reading out this thing, and she was saying, "What item begins with the letter?" And my brother stopped her and said, "Item? What do you mean item? It's item." And she was like, "Oh yeah, item." He's like, like the word item. She's like, "Yeah, of course, item." She went back to her reading and she said, "So what item?" He said, No, not item, item, right? Like item, like we've got 6 of these items. She's like, "Oh yeah, of course, item."
Yeah. And he's getting really angry.
Not angry, just like perplexed.
Shocked. Yeah.
And he says, go again. And she says, "What item?"
Oh my God, we were cracking up with the item, so now it's item for us.
Yeah. So what item?
You should also tell the story about macadamia
Yeah, I'll say that for
another
next
time. All right. That's a good story though. All right. There's an item.
Fine. All right. I'll tell you the
Tell us
macadamia
to-
story. You
tell-
know the
yeah.
macadamia story.
I want to hear it again.
So my parents, every time you go over to my parents' house, and you would know this because you've been to my parents' house, they offer you a little bowl of nuts. And they sort of go through different kinds of nuts, Often there's cashews, almonds, whatever. They come out with this phase where they're having macadamia nuts, which we all thought was very posh because macadamia nuts are pretty awesome. So Mum hands me the bowl one day and she says, "Macadamia?" And I say, "I'm sorry, what?" And she hands me the bowl. She says, "Would you like a macadamia?" I said, "A macadamia?" She goes, "The nuts. Do you want a nut?" I said, "What are you calling them?" She says, "Macadamia." I'm like, "What? You don't call them they're called macadamias." She said, "Oh, I don't know, macadamia, whatever." I'm like, "All right, that's super weird." Dad comes in. I say, "Dad, what do you call these?" Thinking I'll illustrate to Mum how she's just like
Lost the plot.
gone off the path somewhat. And he says, "Macadamia." And I'm like, "Macadamia? So anyway, I just accept the fact that for some reason my parents are suddenly calling these very well-known nuts macadamias, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I don't know how that happened. They've moved into a little time warp zone where it's called macadamia. And then, maybe 6 months later, I'm back over there and Mum hands me the bowl and goes, not that there'd been 6 months in between, but like, you know, for about 6 months we've been eating macadamias, right? And she hands me the bowl and goes, macadamia? I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Macadamia. Do you want a macadamia? Like, nothing's happened. And I say, you call these macadamias? She goes, no, macadamia. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God, they were just fucking with you, I'm sure.
I don't know. Dad walks in. I'm like, what do you call these? Macadamias.
So but they're not the type of people to fuck with you though.
Oh, if they were, it was very well played. Like the long joke,
Long game.
the long game. So good.
Tony and Dina playing the long game.
Well, that sort of ran out the timer, but
Oh,
did you want to do the last one?
Yeah,
I feel like there's
the
probably
last one
there's a
is
bit more.
okay. The last
to get
one.
across.
Oh, there's two more. Okay, can I do
Do them both.
there's an item
Yeah.
hanging on the back of the doorknob in our bedroom. What is it?
A towel.
It's a laundry bag. Okay.
Oh.
This is another question. In the cutlery drawer, what order are the things in from left to right?
Oh, I reckon I can totally know this. Chopsticks, spoons,
Yep.
forks, knives, and then a whole collection of God knows what.
Correct. Now close your eyes.
Yeah.
What am I wearing?
A hat,
Come on. Yeah, I'm always wearing a hat.
trousers, and a jumper.
What? Yeah, but what? You can't.
A black zip up hoodie and black trousers.
Okay.
Yeah.
To the zip up hoodie,
Yeah.
put your hand over onto the green button,
What
onto
green
the
button?
buttons, and press bap, 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 bap.
Oh, there you are. Oh, yeah, you're in a blue zip up.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so close. So
Okay.
close.
I got another one. Do you want one more?
All right, last one.
Name two things in each of the 3 bathroom cabinet drawers. So the top, middle, and bottom bathroom drawers. Just name 2 items in each one. What's in the top drawer?
Toothbrushes
Yeah.
and
And
toothpaste.
yeah. And the middle one?
Do you know what's in the middle drawer?
I do.
Like, I don't know.
No.
Nothing.
Brush and razors.
Ah, well,
And
I
the
don't
bottom
use
drawer?
either of those
The
things.
in the bottom. What's in the bottom one? I don't either. Why
Tampons.
do we have that drawer?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Tampons.
tampons and one other item.
Grandma's mirror.
Yeah. Give yourself a buzz.
I love it.
How's that relationship quiz for
I
you?
like it. I like it.
Great. You're under the spotlight though.
I did feel a bit under the spotlight, but I quite enjoyed being there. So
I'm so glad.
yeah,
I'm glad that you're here too. Even after being locked in with you for 3 weeks. Motherfucker!
Song of the week. We do a new song each song of the week. Always a new song.
It's time for Song of the Week where
I feel like we spared no expense with that sting. Really,
it's classy, it's beautiful, it's us. It's here, it's now, it's Kylie, it's us. So, yeah, here's the Song of the Week. We were talking to you guys about the trampoline. So we wrote a song about it.
yeah, that's what this week has really been defined by the trampoline, hasn't it?
Yeah, and just I think everyone's getting weirdly, we're talking about the stages of the COVID lockdown and everything, and I think that went from being sort of shocked and what are we doing, and then we kind of went into real community driven stuff, and then we went into, I think we're in the judgy stage where everyone's judging everybody and telling, dibby dobbing on people when they're like, oh no, people have been judging for people for being outside and playing in the park and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I suppose it feels a bit like police statey, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, and we're because it's not like people are being thrown in jail and all that kind of stuff, but it is up to us to go, hey, we gotta rein this in and do what's right. And when people aren't doing what's right, it's like, but I'm doing what's right.
Yeah,
you should be doing what's right.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard times.
It's really hard times, but we've had hot crust buns.
Yeah, and lots of matzah.
Yeah, and I thought of like if we had a fire out the back this week and I actually like sat down on one of the embers, I'd have a hot cross bun. Anyway, let's do this song.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
When you've been laid off and you're in between, dig a giant hole and put in a trampoline. When you're waiting for...
You guys, you have to know what I'm seeing right now. There's Rosie with an earnest face telling me to get close to the microphone. But she's got this face and she's pointing and she's scowling and she's looking at me. And I'm just having the best time. And let's start again. 1, 2,
I felt like I was not
3.
scowling so much as trying to communicate.
With a scowly face and a pointy.
Just like a point.
And when someone trying to point in between each note that they're playing on their instrument is hilarious. Oh my God. Jeez, I wish we had a visual for this.
When you've been laid off and you're in between, dig a giant hole and put in a trampoline. When you're waiting for the vaccine, dig a giant hole and put in a trampoline. Oh, my hands have never been so clean. Oh, we haven't had a hug since 2019. When the garden's done and the mouseman's been, dig a giant
Put in a trampoline. What's a Vossman? What's a Vossman?
I'm losing it.
And the garden's done and the Vossman's been. Dig a giant and try and find out what Vossman means. I love that you're still going boom, boom, boom.
I'm committed to the last verse.
Dig in a trampoline. Dig in a trampoline. Dig in a trampoline.
Come on, let's do that last verse.
1, 2. Lost it. I don't think I can make it back. 1, 2, 3. When the garden's done, the person's weird. Dig a giant hole. Come on, dig it a trampoline. Dig it a trampoline.
Thank you very much. We really need to see other people.
Truettes Season 2 was sponsored by the following patrons from our Patreon page.
If you'd like to have your name here, jump on board and sign up like these cool cats did.
A special thanks goes to Tiflos,
Jay Edwards,
Amanda Owen,
Barbara and Ellen,
the Worth family,
Kate Jackson,
John G,
Robert Giles,
Lisa Ryan,
Juanita and Richard Taylor,
Bronwyn Robotham,
Simone Sheridan,
Lizzie McCarthy,
Emma Kane,
Chris Eilers,
Lou and Dave Wignall,
Richard Parton,
Carolyn Hoare,
Danny Gibbons,
Judy,
Jesse Collins,
Daniel Townsend,
Christopher Coleman,
Catch Holt,
Kelly Brewer,
Leanne Slinger,
Lee Boltnick,
and Andrea Kerwin. Our special guests today were us.
If you like what you hear, please subscribe to us wherever you like to listen to your podcasts. Go ahead and like, share and swish on all the social media platforms. You could even leave us a review if it floats your boat. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Tuckshop Ladies.
Tuckshop Ladies are Sam Lowe's and Rosie Burgess. You can track us down for more tasty treats at tuckshopladies.com.
Thank you. Have a happy day.